Welcome. Today we're speaking with Darryl Davis, founder and CEO of Rhythm Biotherapeutics, a pioneering biotech company based in Ottawa. Rhythm Biotherapeutics is tackling a critical healthcare challenge with its innovative approach, and we'll hear directly from Darryl about what sets the company apart, its recent milestones, and future goals. We'll also discuss his experience participating in the Innovator's Pitch Challenge at RESI JPM and how it's influenced his fundraising journey. Let's dive in. Darryl, thank you for being here. Can you tell us about Rhythm Biotherapeutics and the critical healthcare challenge your company addresses?
Rhythm Biotherapeutics is focused on treating the world's most common heart rhythm disorder, which is called atrial fibrillation. It afflicts 60 million people around the world and leaves patients really in dire straits with a decreased quality of life and actually increases their risk of stroke and heart failure.
And what inspired Rhythm Biotherapeutics?
It was really a realization that we had this wonderful therapy to treat atrial fibrillation, but there was absolutely no way to get it manufactured and to be delivered to patients without taking the opportunity to start a company and really get it scaled and get people excited to help us in order to get a treatment for patients.
And what makes your technology unique?
Current therapies for atrial fibrillation are really just focused on addressing the symptoms, and they don't treat the fundamental drivers of the disease. We've developed a proprietary exosome-based technology that can actually reduce the causes of the disease, and it's really a new treatment paradigm for this disease. It's had no innovation for about 30 or 40 years.
And what recent achievements has your company reached? And in that same question, what are you guys looking to achieve in 2025?
We recently finished, I guess you'd call it a pre-seed round, which has helped us establish our own footprint. We started to hire on a series of PhDs. And the idea is that we're looking towards starting our process analytical development and really doing some work in order to do some fundamental research on our pipeline as well.
Okay, so I want to switch directions into your experience at RESI JPM. So you all were third place finisher at RESI JPM. Congratulations. Can you tell me a little bit about your fundraising experience there? How was participating in the Innovator's Pitch Challenge for you?
I really enjoyed it. I thought that it was a great chance to focus our technology. We didn't have a lot of time to talk, right? But we were able to focus on some key points, and we had some real experts in the field that were judging the competition, and they asked some very good questions to help us sort of expand upon our story a lot more.
And that was what I was going to ask next. Did you connect with any of the investor judges that were part of your Innovators Pitch Challenge session?
I didn't have a chance to talk with the investor judges after the pitch, but I met a lot of people because we had our own table where we were able to interact with investors that would come by. So there's quite a few people that came by and had a chance to ask us more questions about the presentation and about our technology. So that was a great opportunity to network and meet more people.
That's great. So what you're speaking about is the exhibition hall where the Innovators Pitch Challenge companies were. So that's great that you had some interaction there. And then were you able to connect with any investors or partners at RESI JPM that resonated with you guys?
Yep, we've had some great meetings with investors that were really interested in the technology, approach towards people that were interested in our space and interested in our type of therapeutic as well. So it was a very valuable experience.
That's great to hear. That's great to hear. So moving on, you are a Canadian company based out of Ottawa, is that correct?
Yep.
And as a company based out of Canada, how do you view the role of Canadian life science startups on the global stage? And how has RESI helped you impact that reach?
I mean, I think there's a lot of strong potential in Canadian life science startups. We're a little bit modest about it right now. We don't have a big presence yet, but I think there's a tremendous promise and tremendous innovation in the Canadian sphere. RESI gives us a chance to really expand beyond that and gives us a chance to interact with really an international audience and also a lot of investors in the US as well. So it gives us a exposure to these investors and a platform in order to make these connections that are going to prove valuable, because when you're in Canada, you certainly have to think about expanding beyond Canada as well. So this is a great start for that.
In that vein, are you looking for mostly to reach into the States, or are you looking for a more global reach with your fundraising efforts?
We're looking for a global reach. This is truly an international disease and international therapy, and it's something that should certainly scale beyond that. So we're looking for investment interest in both the US and beyond as well.
Wonderful. And then I guess my last question for you would be, what advice would you have for startups looking to participate in RESI or the Innovators Pitch Challenge and getting connected on an international scale with investors?
Oh, I'd say start early. I think it's a great chance to interact with people. But what we found is you have to start early in order to engage interest and not, and because a lot of the people that you're after, there's a lot of other people after them too. So you have to get on their dance card early on in the process. Make sure that you're clear with what you can do and what you have to offer too.
You guys went to a RESI as an attendee in Boston, I believe.
It was virtual. The
Oh,
one
so
in
you
Boston.
attended virtually.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the next time you attended at JPM, you decided to participate in the Innovators Pitch Challenge, which was
Yeah.
obviously a great decision for you guys to make that. How did your virtual attendance was obviously successful enough to propel you to another Resi? Can you tell me more about that decision to participate in the IPC?
JPM is so large, right? And there's so many opportunities to network with people. We thought that that was probably the one to target for the Innovators Pitch Challenge because there's such a big opportunity with so many people that we wanted to meet. The Resi Boston was actually just our first exposure to Resi, so we weren't quite sure what to expect and what to get there. So we wet our toes with the Boston experience, and then figured, well, JPM is probably the one to present to and actually attend because there's so many investors in our space.
Cool, cool. Well, I'm really glad to hear that it worked out well for you. And thank you for taking the time to talk to us today. Will we see you at any more Resis in 2025?
Absolutely. We're thinking of which Resi to go to next.
Great. Well, we have Barcelona coming up beginning of April, and then two more in Boston, June and September, followed by
Yep,
December. So hopefully we'll see you at one of those.
absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Thank you very much.